Hello, it's Tanya again. I just decided to make another quick video. I'm doing this one on my laptop because I actually tried making this video like not that long ago, but apparently my space on my phone was full, so it stopped recording and I didn't realize, so I was just talking to a phone and I wasn't recording, and that was a little embarrassing. And you guys missed all the really good drama of Coco falling off of the window. That was kind of funny. He tried to jump up because he uses there's that like middle ledge part. He jumps up there and then he tries to get up there to the my bookshelf thing to the very top of it because he's got like a little cardboard bed up there that he likes to sleep on, and he fell off twice, which was it's kind of entertaining. Except for he caught me with his claw on the way down, so that wasn't as fun. But yeah, I mean that was that's all good. And then another thing is that like my hair is the longest it's been, or at least it feels that way. This is the point where it starts to get messy. And I start feeling the need to like cut it because I don't like how round it is. Like if I brush it all out, it just like here, let me see if I can like just really pull like just to show the like length. Um yeah, see you could just see it's just like there's no like I like more like square on the temporal sides, and then obviously my head isn't like that, but I would like it if it was. But I can't have that naturally. So yeah, I just don't like how round my hairline is. And then with like, I'm starting to get bangs, but I just like pull it up like this so my hair sticks up a bit, which I prefer. And I'm thinking about growing it out, not to like a feminine hairstyle. I just want to grow it out so I have more options on how to style it. Cause like the shorter your hair is, the less you can do with it. But the more I grow it out, the more options I have on how to style it. So that's my plan, is just to grow it out, and then choose like a masculine style I can do with it. And then I'm wearing my Ukrainian coat of arms shirt. So yeah, it's my new favorite shirt. Up until I wear it for a couple of days, and then it'll be just like every other shirt in my dresser. so anyway, so this video is gonna be about autism. Um, yeah, so this one's about autism and basically me like looking into whether or not I have it. I'm kind of doubtful, just because although I've been doing some research and autism is like less diagnosed in women. I don't know if it's because men just have it more often, but there's something also about like women masking their symptoms better than men, like forcing themselves to make eye contact or like all this other stuff. So it goes more unnoticed for women who are autistic versus males who are autistic. I don't know that much about autism myself, despite the research I've done. I just can't get the like. I know it's a developmental disorder, but I can't get it to make sense because to me it seems very similar to like social anxiety or like stuff like that. But like it's a developmental thing. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like I'm just trying to understand it because I'm not. How am I gonna know if I have it if I don't understand what it is? So but I don't know, I'm doubtful because I also have not been diagnosed with it, and I'm 23 years old. So you think by now, if I had it, someone would have noticed. Now I've been to a lot of doctors throughout my life. One because of like transition, you're constantly seeing a doctor for that. Like when you start out, it's like every 3 months or something like that. Or I mean, when you're just starting, it's like every like month, and then every 3 months, and then maybe every 6 months, and then like maybe once a year after you're like on a regular dose and stuff like that. But then just like all the other doctors I've seen, um, like when you're a kid growing up, you have to get these yearly vaccines for school and stuff like that. And like I was seeing a pediatrician, I know they tend to be the ones who catch on to that for like kids. My pediatrician never said anything. Um, and then I do know there's something about like toddlers even being diagnosed. But I was in Ukraine at that time, and the only thing they said was I was developmentally delayed. But Dad thinks that's because of just everything that happened, like not being fed enough, being abandoned, stuff like that. So I don't know. And I don't understand Ukrainian well enough to read all my documents. So um But then the other reason why I'm looking more into this is just because like my most recent therapist, right now I'm not seeing anyone I want to be, but I'm not making enough money, and I already owe these hospitals like a lot of money, so I got bills I'm right now trying to pay off, and I can't really afford to pay a therapist every single week, um, to just to be able to talk. So, but like when I was seeing a therapist who was technically a psychologist, she did say she thought I was autistic because I brought it up and I asked her. Um, but we never really went into like I wanted to ask her why, like have a like what makes you think I am, um, just to see if it could make sense to me. Ooh, there we go. Coco, say hello to everyone. He's saying hi. Okay, he just said like a silent hello. I maybe it's he's like weirded out by his like reflection and yeah, that's his bed. One of his beds. He's got like two beds in my room. That one and then the one at the top of the bookshelf, that cardboard you can just barely see it at the very top. He sleeps up there and he sleeps there. Yeah, I'll see if I can rearrange it so that you can see him while I'm talking. Although I'll try not to get too distracted. So, but yeah, basically I want to know like okay, so my therapist said, yeah, that I might, or she thinks I'm on the spectrum because apparently, it's like a spectrum between low functioning and high functioning, and I would like if I am, I'm definitely high functioning. But like I want to know why, like the details. And then like I think I asked her associate too because she was busy, so then she referred me to another psychologist or either psychologist or training psychologist. I think she's got her degree. And I think I might have asked her too. And then I know like throughout my life I've had like either a friend who is autistic or yeah, friends who are autistic, and then the parents of those friends have like asked me like just like randomly. It's always very random, like being asked, oh, so and so wants to know. Like I'm not gonna say their names, but so and so once asked me to ask you if you also are autistic, and I'm like no. Um, well, I didn't say it like that. I just said no. I've never been diagnosed, which basically means no. Um, and yeah, so or the parents themselves separately asked me. Like the kid didn't care, but the parent wanted to know, and that always made me think because like they grow up with them, and I'm sure they get educated when their child is like diagnosed with it, and then they have experience with that. So then I'm thinking, then why are they asking me if I am? But I don't know. I'm doubtful because again, I probably would have been diagnosed by now if I was. And so, and the only reason why I would ever be interested in getting diagnosed is if it could help me get like services to make life easier for me. Like I'm doing pretty well now. Like you guys have been seeing my stuff, but it can be still a struggle. Especially with like social stuff. But like I mean, I'm just saying like all the help I can get, I should utilize. And also like the next biggest reason why I'm interested is because of there being a bit of a correlation between autism and transitioning or stuff like that. I don't fully understand it myself. I don't know if it's a direct correlation or just one because like a lot of transgender people tend or a group of transgender people out of the big group of transgender people tend to be autistic or not. So I don't know. The autistic people I've known throughout my life don't like cross dress the way I do, or like stuff like that. I don't experience gender dysphoria to my knowledge, so that also makes me doubtful because the only evidence I'm seeing of that is online. But my real life experiences, like uh, the autistic guy I knew, like dresses, looks like a guy, acts like a guy, doesn't express any gender dysphoria. I know I had a classmate who was autistic. She was a girl. Um, she just like a girl, and uh, from my knowledge, she didn't want to transition or even to be non-binary. So just reasons like that make me doubtful. Like, but I don't know. I reached out to the therapist too said she thought I was. The one I know for sure said it because I forgot what the other one did. And I just maybe want to get more information and then just to ask her if she thinks it would be worth getting like an official assessment. Um, but like I even talked to dad about it a little bit, and as usual, he doesn't take it seriously. He doesn't think I am, but then he says he doesn't know what autism is. So I was like, how can you tell me I'm not autistic if you don't know what it is? Um, and he says he doesn't know. So, but I guess he just thinks that all my issues are from my time in Ukraine, whatever deep seated trauma happened there, and he thinks that explains my behaviors. I've looked up the symptoms of autism. I guess I have like the stimming one because of like the rocking back and forth in the car that I do. I don't really like stim outside of the car. Like maybe I twirl my hair and stuff like that. I don't um but rocking back and forth in the car, that's something me and my sister have done since we were like as long as I can remember, like since we were adopted and had the chance to sit in a car. We just like rock back and forth only when it's moving. Um I do know I get like antsy if I can't, or like I get anxious or just something like that. Um but I don't know. And then I guess like social anxiety and generalized anxiety, I definitely have. I don't know if that could contribute to like, because I know autism, like social situations can be difficult, but I don't think I'm good at small talk. If it's like structured, like if I know what I'm gonna say and stuff like that. Like I do know like when I'm making phone calls, I like to have to know exactly what I'm gonna say because if it's like an open-ended conversation or I have to come up with things to say, and there's not like a predetermined like themed conversation, then I have a difficult time. I guess I have a difficult time making eye contact with like strangers, or people I'm just not like super comfortable with. Like my dad, I can do it. My sister, I can do it. And like, but like for instance, like guests that come over, if we're sitting at a table, I prefer to sit like them here and me here, not me, across from them. Because if I'm across, then I feel like I have to make eye contact. But if I'm over here, like this way, but they're this way, it's like I can make indirect eye contact with them. It's easier. But like I'm okay with like making like like occasional kind of like I look at them, but then I like look away, but like not like turning my head away, but like just glancing elsewhere, then looking back at them and stuff like that, or like not looking directly into their eyes, but like their face in general, like the whole picture, like stuff like that. I don't know. But I don't know, like I guess so. Like you got the stimming. I don't think I'm socially inappropriate. My sister is more like that actually, like not understanding social cues and stuff like that. I feel like I do because I'm very observant and stuff like that. Um, Although I do struggle to like make friends. Like I had that issue and like when I went back to my community college, I was like I met a woman there who was in the same class and then but I didn't know how to go about like talking to her, like what kind of topics I could bring up and like I was worried about being too personal with her, like of course, I feel like I was, like not knowing, like just small talk and like what kind of topics do you bring up with someone you don't know as well as someone you know really well, like, but like I don't know, like, and then also there's just the thing that like my desire for friendship isn't as much. Like right now, I actually have zero in real life friends, but that doesn't bother me at all. I prefer to spend my time alone. But it's not like I dislike people. I just really like spending time alone and like with my cat. So I feel like animals understand me better, right, Coco? Right, anyways, he's trying to sleep. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I don't know. Yeah, but it's also that like I can't really wrap my head around autism in general. It just doesn't really make sense to me. It's something you're born with, but it seems like it's a bunch of social things, not necessarily like a I don't know, if it's a developmental disorder, I would expect it to be something that can be diagnosed in a medical setting, not necessarily like a psychologist asks you questions and observes you and then diagnoses you from that. like I would expect there to be something physically different with you, or like developmentally you physically develop. I don't know, maybe not. Like if the brain did, then that would like I don't know. Like I just don't like my mind isn't like because it just seems like similar to other things like social anxiety and stuff like that. But like I just don't understand it that well. So I'm just trying to do more research to understand it to see if it makes sense to me. And I do know, like, obviously, I'm not saying it's not a thing. I know it's a thing. I just don't like. I've never like researched it in depth, and like even when I've been around people who are autistic, I don't really see that. I see them as a person, so I just chat with them and stuff like that. Like I don't like. It's just like like if there's social situations, I adapt to that. Like or social like issues they have, I adapt to it. But like I'm not gonna like. I don't see them as autistic. I see them as a individual. So like I don't know. That's just the way I am. So yeah, basically I'm just waiting to hear back from the therapist I emailed to look, and I'm also like considering asking like for a sliding scale or something so I can actually afford to go back to therapy because right now I'm not in therapy and I would like to be. I don't think I want to be in it every single week because like I just like having to talk every single week is I don't know. But like maybe like every 2 weeks or once a month, even once a month might be better because my life isn't horrible. Like I feel like I'm making a lot of good progress, but like having like a once a month check in would probably be good. I think anyone could use that. But yeah, I'm just gonna like reach back to her about that, and then just also since she has experience with detransitioners, or she's working with what is it, Gen Spect. They have experience with it because they're an organization that like works with that stuff. I wanted to explore any possible correlation between autism and transitioning and stuff, and maybe if there is a correlation, it would make detransitioning easier for me if there were ways to target. I mean, I'm not saying I'm autistic, but like if I am, you could treat that and then that could help make other things easier. I don't know, like I don't understand it well enough to understand why there would be a correlation between that and the other thing. Um, so I'm just trying to figure it out. Anyway, so that's this video. You guys like, of course, as usual, you can like leave a like if you want to. You can subscribe. You can comment on my videos. I really like when people comment. I like reading the comments, knowing what you guys are thinking. That way, it doesn't feel like I'm just talking into like a screen with no feedback. Like, I mean, yes, I'm just making these videos, but I like it if it's like a conversation or like a feedback to my rambling. So yeah, and if it's something that I think I have a good response for, I like to respond as well. Um, and then yeah, you could just like subscribe, turn on notification bells and stuff like that. And then, like I said in my other video, I will try to comment on the community section of my YouTube profile to let you guys know what's up. Like I said, yeah, things are really busy, so I'm sorry about the inconsistency in my videos. I'm just like, I'm I with all the like my I work Monday through Friday and I don't have enough energy during the week to do videos, and then sometimes during the weekend I just want to relax. So it is just really when I feel like doing one, I guess. Although I do want to do them. Like I know it's been like a month since my last video. Mine is the one I just made just before this one, cause like same day, like made 2 videos in that to make up for the month of no videos. So yeah, and then I'm just like waiting for my hair to grow out. It takes forever. I'm taking biotin and like I feel like my hair is like I don't know. I guess it's grown out much more than it has in a while, like the length it's at now, but like to get to this length, I feel like it took forever. I don't know. And then like I do know a while back I did like shave the sides because I was gonna say F it to growing out my hair, and then I regretted that decision. So I don't know. So yeah, I'll just have to see. And then Coco would like to say goodbye. Coco, say goodbye. Yeah, Coco will smell this. I was getting him to stick his head up more so he was smelling the pencil. Maybe that there he is. He's a sweet cat. I got him some treats, but he ripped into the bag, so I had to hide them. he's been ripping into all his treat bags. He managed to open a drawer just to get to them. So yeah. Anyways, and I have he still has that bow tie on him that I got him. He had it on when I originally got it for him, but then he somehow got it off and it hid it somewhere that I could not find it. So for a while he was without any like bow tie collar. But then we have cleaning ladies that come over like once a month and they found it, so it went right back on him, and for like I guess like a couple of hours he was trying to get it off but he couldn't, so now he just has it. It looks cute on him though, so I don't see why he's trying to take it off. So anyways, okay, well I'm gonna end the video. This one's a longer video than I was expecting, but yeah. Okay, bye bye.